What's up, everybody? This is VC. The VC show is back again. Another week talking about a lot of great stuff from James Harden to Cooper Flagg. What I'm thinking about these rookies and Wemby and Chet Holmgren. A lot of basketball talk, a lot to talk about. So kick your feet up. The VC show starts now.
The VC show, let's go. It's time to turn it out. The VC show, let's go. Let's go. The VC show, let's go. Let's go.
Happy Halloween. I hope everybody had a great Halloween. Enjoyed trick-or-treating. Got a lot of candy. I hope you don't eat it all, man. That's not a good idea. I participated in Halloween. I didn't dress up. I had a reason. I was working, didn't get my outfit in time, blah, blah, blah. But my kids and friends, everybody had a good time. Everybody did their thing. I got to drive around and see the kids do their thing and see some of the decorations. And oh my gosh, man, people are going all out. I'm going to actually do it one of these days. I'm going to participate as far as like going out all out, making the house in the yard like a cool Halloween theme or a Christmas theme. I think I want to do Halloween. I don't know. I'm thinking about that as I talk about it. But yeah, it was cool, man. I hope you guys had a good time. My kids were Black Panther and Shuri. They had some dope outfits. They looked great and they had a good time. So I hope you guys had a good time too. But let's get into what you guys want to get into. And that's James Harden. James Harden being traded to the Los Angeles Clippers, finally getting his opportunity to play for the team, his hometown that he wanted to play for. He goes, I think PJ Tucker goes with him, and they get back, don't quote me, Nick Batum, I think some draft picks. It's interesting, and I think some people talk about why now. I think it's the perfect time. One thing I've said before was it's time to give Tyrese Maxey his opportunity to lead a team and to get more touches and be that other guy. And particularly if you weren't going to play James, this was a great opportunity, and he has been taking advantage of it. He was averaging, in 3 games, he was averaging 30 points, 7 rebounds, 6 assists on 50% shooting from the field, 56% shooting from the 3-point line in 39 minutes. And he won the honor of Eastern Conference Player of the Week, playing lights out. And I think that's what helped the 76ers pull the trigger and make the deal. And also it helps to get the things that you wanted from the beginning of the summer, draft picks and so on and so forth, which will set them up for moving some guys to potentially get another superstar player either during the season once they see what transpires around the league, or this summer when that's when everything kind of takes place and happens. So you got to stay tuned with the 76ers because they're in a pretty good position. Obviously, you have Joel Embiid, who also is playing lights out, 31 points a game, 10 rebounds, 3 blocks, I think a steal, also 7 assists. His 3 blocks is leading the league right now. So you can't waste the talent and his window right now. So you have to get another guy in there, I think, to help. And if you can have a trio to add with Maxey, because I think Maxey is a legit superstar. I mean, if he keeps this up, he can be an all-star. He can get into the all-star game. Like I say, it's early, and I think some people still sit there and say, you guys are probably sitting there saying you still need to be a believer. But, man, I've been buying the Tyrese Maxey stock for a very long time, and I'm happy for him. He gets that opportunity. He's worked his butt off, and you've seen flashes of it, and now he gets that opportunity to be a 1-2 punch until further notice. On the flip side, Harden going over to the Clippers, and their starting lineup, let me add, is Kawhi, PG, Russ, Zubac, and Bones Highland right now. And my question, just like yours, and I'm sure a lot of you are saying, oh, man, that's an easy one. I'm just going to go with Kawhi, PG, Russ, Harden, and Zubac, and you're going to put Bones into the second unit. My issue, not even the issue. Yeah, my thing about this, I'm happy for him, and obviously the Clippers and Coach, I call him Coach Lawrence Frank. He's up there making some of the decisions. I guess they feel like it can work, and it's just a question mark because I felt like Russ has been playing great basketball, man. Like Russ has been balling. Like he's averaging like 13, 7, 7, and like almost 2 steals in 31 minutes. He's found his way. He has his rhythm. He's understanding when to kind of lay out and when to be aggressive. And when they get in transition, they get him the ball. Let him play fast. Let him be a one man fast break and get easy layups. And if not, now they kind of get into their offense. And Bones Highland has been getting in the paint, getting buckets and making plays. And obviously he's a guy you can put in the second unit. And maybe you put Russ with the second unit. I don't know. It's just like I said, maybe they think it could work, and maybe it can work. I'm interested to see these 4 LA guys make it work. Obviously, they're friends and familiar with each other. Obviously, Russ and Harden have played together before. So, but it's just like a lot of people have talked about Russ, and maybe it's time to this, that, and man, Russ plays at a high level, and a confident Russ is a dangerous and scary Russ, and he's playing at that level right now. I mean, I'm just interested to see how they work this out. Coach Talu, I don't know. What you guys think about that. I've heard some people say, "Oh, Russ to the bench." So if you put Russ there, so that means you're saying Kawhi, PG, Harden, Zubac, Bones Highland? Or do you put Bones on the bench and then keep that 4? My thing is, yes, I know they play a lot of small ball now, so I get it. But hear me out. With the injuries of Kawhi and PG throughout the last couple seasons, with their injuries in the last couple of seasons, you want to move them to the 4 guard 4s and stuff. Yes, it's switchable. I get it. You can do all that, play fast. I get it. But there's time, and maybe it's just spot minutes. So hear me out, because I know some of you guys like to come back. Oh, they don't play it the whole game, and everybody's playing small ball. I get it, but I'm thinking now playoff time. Who does what? I mean, I guess you can do it. You play fast, and they can make it work. That's why I say we shall see. But my thing is, you want to keep these guys healthy as possible, and I mean PG and Kawhi, and let's just see. I don't know, but man, shout out to Tyrese Maxey. Shout out to the Clippers and the 76ers just being patient. Both sides being patient, waiting to see, waiting to see who's going to break first, or just, I think the Clippers were waiting for the Sixers to see that they were kind of bidding against themselves. It wasn't any other deals that were better out there. Let's see what kind of shape Harden is in. He hasn't played. I mean, it's one thing. He's been practice working out. Yeah, that's cool. None of that. Let's. I'm here to tell you guys, and any other NBA player will tell you this. Like, that's all well and good. Talking about you've been working out and all of this stuff. It's nothing like playing in the real game. You can't simulate that level of play in the NBA. Just being real. Just giving you the thing. Like when you guys come back from injury, you could miss 1 game. You can miss 2 games. You come back like you've missed 5, 6 games. Just the level of play and just trying to simulate that is damn near impossible. So let's just see where he is. I mean, Harden's is going to be a Hall of Famer. He's a baller. He's made it work before when we were curious or questioning him. Can he coexist? And he's made it work. So here's another opportunity. So let's stay tuned with that. what other topics out there? What other stars? While I'm thinking about it, what other stars do you guys think will be on the move next? We talked about the Sixers. The Sixers, I think, will be watching and seeing what's out there. I was just thinking what other stars would possibly be on the move, and not maybe not now, maybe not middle of the season, maybe January, where you start seeing when the records start to kind of come to the light and disgruntled teams, players, organizations, and whatnot ready to have a fresh start or a new look. That's when we'll start to see, or even in the summer. But I came up with a couple of names. Zion, who was talked about. Yes, he's had, everything's good and peachy right now. They had a heck of a comeback, and he's such a integral part to what they're doing. Obviously, if he stays healthy, good things can happen for the Pelicans. But let's just stay tuned. Let's just see how things kind of pan out. Let's see what January looks like after All-Star break. Maybe let's just see what it looks like, and and then obviously leading into the summer. Cat Karl Anthony Towns was another person. I mentioned him. I say him because his name was kind of thrown around this summer a little bit. He's another guy that can go to a potential team to make them a contender. So let's stay tuned. I got to say this while I'm thinking about it. Naz Reid. Remember, I talked about Naz Reid first 1 or 2 episodes. Naz Reid. That's a guy who's going to be extremely vital in a trade or for a team to get over the hump, because he's playing great basketball right now. I'm not sure his stats right now, but I've been watching. He's been playing great basketball. So keep that name in mind. I remember I tell you. And then we have Zach LaVine and DeMar DeRozan. Both names been thrown out there. We, obviously you guys know about the Bulls having their player only meeting after their first game in a loss. And, I like to go and read the comments and read what people have to say and their thoughts on that. And I've heard some players sound off, and obviously I see you guys, fans or whoever, say what they have to say. And like, man, it's one game, you have a meeting, and I'm kind of I understand both sides as a player, particularly the Bulls. And here's why I say particularly the Bulls, because this team is pretty much the same team they had last year. They didn't really do much this summer. They had the same team. So that first loss, maybe seeing the same trend from last year, and they're getting in front of this right now. We got 81 games left. Let's get in front of our situation, our issues. We're not carrying over our bad habits or whatever the case may be from last year into this year. And I read comments like, oh man, you had the preseason to see what the offense looked like. Yeah, I get it. And sometimes, guys feel like, or didn't play much in the preseason and get to the regular season and think it's going to be different. And that's not always the case. What you see is what you get. Usually what you see in preseason is how things are going to work, particularly after the second preseason game. You start getting the third and fourth game, they're starting to kind of see who's going to go where, who's going to play what offense, who they're going to play through, who's going to complement who. That's where you start seeing what your season and minutes are going to look like a little bit. Things are a little different than before. Typically, guys didn't, or played a little bit in the first, didn't play much, and when to play that last game as a warm-up leading to the season. You're seeing seeing it differently now, where guys are not playing that last game kind of, or whatever. And some are, but usually that last game is when you kind of see what your roster is going to look like. You probably play the first half, see what your offense, how things are going to flow. So, yeah, I think those two guys, one of those two may possibly be on the move, and the 76ers, that could possibly be a fit, a LaVine or DeRozan with Embiid and Maxey, one of those two guys. That's not bad. See what happens, man. I'll see what happens with the Bulls. I don't know. Very interesting stuff. Early, a lot of drama already. NBA is full of drama. That's what we do. That's what we do. It's always with some drama. That's how we keep you guys interested. Some other things out there. We talked about obviously Victor Wembanyama, Chet Holmgren. Obviously, two guys in the running for Rookie of the Year. I know some people had their thoughts on Chet being in the running because he's actually had a year of being around the league, but he didn't play. So, regardless of being around, I mean, it's nothing like I said, go back to, you can't simulate NBA action. You could give a form of it. You can do some things that kind of feel like it, but it's nothing like playing the real games. Not even summer league. It's just when you're playing, I mean, you're really seeing what it is. And I think, Chet just does have an advantage because he's been around it. So you're familiar with what's going on. It's not new. Everything, the new city. It's not a new city. It's not a new feel. You go into some buildings that's loud or cold or just awkward. The background, like, he's been there. He's worked out in those gyms. So, Chet has the upper hand as far as that. Now, Wemby's been a pro for a long time. Now, the difference between, playing in Europe and the NBA, the game, physicality. I can't even say physicality because they're pretty darn physical in Europe. And we heard Wemby say it, like, he's like, yeah, I mean, this is not as physical as it is in Europe, So I think the speed of the game and other guys, like the strength of guys, like you're gonna see big guys that are, obviously stronger than him. You're gonna see guards that can get up into it and move, but he's handled it extremely well. Both of these guys, I've been watching them. Chet has been fantastic. He's averaging 15.6 rebounds, 2 assists, 2.8 blocks, and 63% shooting from the three. That's how you splash your way into the league, man. That's getting it done. And the Thunder are looking good. Obviously, SGA, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is a baller, all-star, all-pro. Giddy. They got a lot going on over there. Lou Dort. They have some young talent over there. So, a lot of people not putting stock into the OKC, making the playoffs or whatever. I just think they're going to be, they're going to play hard. They're going to make some noise, and they're going to continue to grow. So if they can keep that core group together, OKC can be good once again. Wemby. Victor's been playing great basketball. He struggled early. Yeah, he struggled. I mean, he's a rookie. A lot of pressure on him. And I know he said, "Oh, no, there's no pressure. I just go out there and play." I mean, I hear you, but like, this is the league. You want to show who you are. You want to represent the number one pick well. You want to get it done. I think he's in a great situation being under Pop. I mean, he's averaging 16 points. I think 8 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 blocks in 27 minutes. My only concern, and this is just me, but he's a guy that's going to have the ball in his hands, and he's going to demand a lot of attention. So, yeah, it's going to take some getting used to. But he's averaging 4.8, pretty much, 5 turnovers a game. And I think that's the one thing he has to kind of get under control. And there's 2 things I wonder, as far as can he handle the physicality, because everybody's going to try to be physical with him. But he does a great job of creating separation where, you can't be physical with me if you can't touch me, or if I can get away from you. But his handle was my concern, because he's 7'3", 4, 5, whatever he is, long arms. So that means long wingspan. He has to keep that ball tight, within, shoulder width inside of his body, because you have guys like a Kawhi Leonard, PG. There's a lot of great guards, or great defenders in general that are waiting for anything that's outside of your body to steal the ball. So he has to be aware of that. Chet Holmgren, I think he's another one. The same thing, guys who handle the ball at that height. It's a lot of arms, a lot of length. They have to be aware of that type of stuff. So I think that's where some of the turnovers, and just decision making, understanding the game's probably faster. No, there's no probably. The game is faster, more so than physical. And I think that's where the adjustment comes into play for him, is how fast guys are and windows, passing lanes that looks like they're there aren't. So you have to be crisp. You have to be decisive on your passing. I think there are his turnovers. So there's rookie turnovers. I mean, I think he's going to be just fine. And you'll see him, Chet. A lot of these rookies settle in come late December, January, when they kind of get used to it. You start seeing teams for a second time, so you're familiar with how things are working so far. So stay tuned with that. Other guys out there, not just rookies, but there's another rookie, Derek Lively. Man, look here. His numbers are not going to wow you. 9.6 rebounds. Okay. But man, he is, and he's playing 20 minutes and in 4 games. And by the way, he's leading the league in field goal percentage, 86%. Oh yeah, whatever, 86%. That means he's getting all dunks. Yes, he is. He is. He's running the floor. He's active defensively. And that is huge for Dallas, because Luka, is a guy that likes to pound the ball. Excuse me, he likes to pound the ball a lot. And now he can get guys easy baskets, because now if the lob threat is there, that makes the game easier for Kyrie and Luka. And Kyrie, hasn't been playing well yet, in and out of the lineup or whatnot. But I think with Lively, his a guy who can pick and just throw it up to the upper room, he'll go get it. He'll go get it. Lob threat, and he runs the floor extremely well. So you guys have to get back in transition, and Luka plays at his own speed, and he's crafty and he's very smart, so he knows what's going on, and he plays at his pace. So if Lively's running up the floor and he gets off the ball, those are easy baskets. That means defenses have to get back in transition. And now he can just get his pull-up three setups for other guys or whatever. So that's the one thing for Luka. I think, mind you, let's just go. Luka's averaging 39 points, 12 rebounds, 10 assists on 49% shooting from the three, leading the league in scoring. Okay, cool. You hear me out. He has 2 triple-doubles in 4 games. All right, got it. But I'm talking about past regular season, postseason, where where he was able to trust, obviously Luka, or he was able to trust Jalen Brunson, and they were able to make things easier for him. Then he can just do his thing. So he has to get guys involved, and I'm not telling what he has to do. I'm just giving my opinion on what I feel like he can do, is to get his guys involved early, so he can be the superstar, all-star, MVP caliber guy that he is, that he's showing. Because yes, he can score at any time, and if guys aren't going, well, you know what he can do? He can just start doing his thing. So he just got to get other guys, because great defenses, after a while, they're going to start taking him away. They're going to try to make it tough for him, double him, and make other guys beat him. And if guys aren't in rhythm, if guys aren't feeling like they are a part of a team, they get out of rhythm, and you get to where you're not ready to shoot the ball when he's trying to get off the ball. So that's the one thing for Luka that I think, if he continues to commit to that, he gets the 10 assists easily. He's averaging triple-double. I know what you guys are saying, but it's bigger than that. It's like, you can get 10 assists. You can just get 10 assists just to make sure you get 10 assists, but like, are you really getting guys involved? It's a difference. So stay tuned with that. Who else is playing well? Jason Tatum. He was my MVP candidate last year. I thought that he was, ready to make that jump, which he was playing great. He was right there, but he's averaging 30 points, 8 rebounds, 4 assists. Jaylen Brown is averaging 25, 6 rebounds, 3 assists, 2 steals. And Porzingis, 21 points, 8 rebounds on 47% shooting from 3, 2 blocks. Goes back to what I said about Boston. He's starting at the center position, obviously having Al Horford coming off the bench. My question was, and we're starting to see, if Porzingis can stay healthy, Boston's going to be tough, man. Milwaukee's tough. Obviously Giannis is doing his thing. Dame, we got to see Giannis, Dame, and Middleton play, and just to see like how tough they are to guard with that lineup. Obviously with Brook, who could shoot the 3, and then you have Jay Crowder, and Bobby Portis, and so on and so forth. But if Porzingis can stay healthy, particularly at the 5 position, that's tough. I mean, he's going to have a heck of a matchup guarding, Joel, someone like a Joel Embiid. I'm just talking about Eastern Conference, and that's just one guy. And I know people always say, "Oh, there's not that many bigs in the league." That's okay, cool. There's not. But if they have to move on in the playoffs, and you have to see these guys, that can become an issue. Yes, you have Al Horford, so hopefully they can they all can stay healthy and continue to play like they. I mean, you have 3 guys averaging 20 or better, plus Drew Holiday. I didn't even look at his stats, so we would know he's solid. So look out for the Boston Celtics. We have to talk about Mr. LeBron James. LeBron James averaging 22 points, 9 rebounds, 7 assists. Circle this, 34 minutes. Year 21. I mean, he's like a machine, man. He doesn't look like he's slowing down. He's just continuing the ball and getting it done. Now, here's me and my concerns again. This is talk, this is conversation, so hear me out. Anthony Davis, who is playing great basketball right now, 26 points, 14 rebounds, 3 blocks, and 43% shooting from the 3-point line. Y'all talked about him. Y'all clown Coach Darvin Ham about wanting to get for him to take more threes. All the analysts, other people had something to say about it. And my thing is, okay, maybe six threes, maybe it's just talk. You just needed him to shoot at a better clip, more so than the amount of threes. And I think that's what people were focusing on more so than, I think the what he was really saying is, I want you to take more shots, obviously to get him more efficient, to be aggressive. I like to see Anthony Davis when he's aggressive and not settling for the 3 like a lot of analysts and a lot of you have said, and I'm agreeing with you. But if you're going to shoot the 3, which obviously you have to take the 3, because let's just be real. Anthony Davis plays on the perimeter as well. That's just how he plays. He's an inside-outside threat. So if you're going to shoot the 3, you have to shoot it at a high clip. And that should be, there again, if I'm coaching, that's more so what I'm telling you as a player is, I want you to shoot the 3 when you're open. I want you to shoot it at a high clip. So let's work on, our efficiency and just taking good threes. I think sometimes when he settles or frustrated, he takes bad threes or threes that's not needed. Sometime I think where he can beat anybody off the dribble. He still has that ability. He can shoot over pretty much. There's a lot of players he can shoot over. There's not many that he cannot shoot over. And then obviously in the post, he's a handful. So I think he is the most important piece. I know some people saying Austin Reeves. I think Austin Reeves plays a huge role in all of this as well, because LeBron James usage rate, I think early or through at least the first half of the season, needs to be maintained. And I know they know what they're doing. This is just me talking and my thoughts on it, and somebody who's played 21 years. And I mean, I wasn't playing 34 minutes, but nevertheless, you want LeBron to be able to sustain this level of play, and you want him healthy, fresh going into your play-in tournament, and definitely in the playoffs, getting ready for the playoffs. And if they have to make a playoff push for a position, whether it's play-in, number 1 spot, top 4 spot, or whatever. So Anthony Davis, I think, holds the key to success for the Lakers, because I feel like if he's doing what he does, and if he continues to play like this and stays healthy, obviously, I wish him luck with that. LeBron doesn't have to feel like the Lakers in general, and I'm saying LeBron and Coach Darvin Ham don't feel like they have to play him big minutes. I mean, he's going to play, and like I said, he's a machine, but like I said, he's going to wear down. He's going to get tired, and that's when you have to utilize all of the other young talent that you have out there. I'd like to see the kid Jackson Hayes play a little more. So AD can play some 4. I like to see that young kid go out there, just be athletic and be active and he's another guy that is a lob threat, and you can have him play, attacking the rim, where Anthony Davis can play on the perimeter and play the 4 position that he enjoys playing sometimes. So, but I think Anthony Davis holds the keys, and I truly believe that, and I'm gonna stick to it because if he's playing well, he's carrying the load. I think LeBron doesn't have to really utilize a high usage number early in the season. Who else? Steph Curry continues to kill, and he's balling. He's averaging 34, 5 rebounds, 4 assists on 47% three-point shooting. So these are guys that I feel like are playing well right now. Shout out to Cam Thomas. Cam Thomas. You guys don't know who he is? If you don't, check him out. Brooklyn Nets. 33 points and 4 rebounds is what he's averaging. If you guys don't get a chance to watch the Brooklyn Nets, watch that young fella play. When he gets an opportunity to play, this is not his first time, putting up numbers like this. In the years past, when he's gotten his opportunity to play, he's been balling, putting up big numbers, and he is getting his chance, and he is doing it. You hear me? He is doing it. Other notables, and I hate to just name some of these guys as notables, but I'm not going to bore you guys with stats and players, but Donovan Mitchell out there balling, averaging 32 a game. De'Aaron Fox out there balling in sack, averaging 31 a game. And, oh, yeah, by the way, 2-time MVP, Jokic, the Joker, averaging 27, 12, and 9 assists on 43% shooting. 2 triple-doubles in 4 games already. So he's out there balling as well. So, man, it's a lot of great basketball out there. A lot of guys playing some great ball. Just want to kind of highlight and name a few. What do you guys think? They'll name any of your favorite players? I don't know. But there's some good stuff out there, some good conversation. So, man, keep that lock, keep looking. And like I say, man, there's some players out there that I think are going to be assets in trades later on and whatnot. Moving forward, there's a young man by the name of Cooper Flagg. I know you guys have heard of him. Plays out at Mount Vernon here in Florida. He made the decision to go to college at a university that wasn't Carolina. All right, fine. He's going to Duke. And there was some talk about questioning, was it the right move for him? And, should he just play for the G League at night or play a year overseas and go? We talked about Chet having a year of experience. Jalen Green playing for the G League at night, then getting drafted, just like Kuminga. There's a lot of options, and I think it kind of falls on the player and what they feel comfortable doing. More so, I mean, it's tough for me to say. I've never been in that position where I had the opportunity to kind of play for a G League or go overseas. I mean, it wasn't really a thing. Obviously, we could go pro. Kevin Garnett went pro out of high school my year. I think if it was such a thing, obviously, young fella Cooper would definitely go pro out of high school. I think he is that talented. He has that ability. It's already been stamped that he will be the number 1 pick whenever he chooses to come out in the NBA draft. So I think when you're a guy like that and you kind of know what the future holds or looks like for you, maybe the college decision isn't a bad thing to enjoy that college life and that experience. Because, I mean, you're destined for the NBA anyway. He has that talent. He's shown it against some pro talent. And obviously, many feel that he is going to be that number 1 pick. He's legit, man. I went from hearing people talking about him, man, let me see it for myself. It's one thing hearing other people talk about it, because, you hear people talk about it and they have their reason why they think somebody's not good or so on and so forth. But I wanted to kind of see it. I haven't seen him live yet. So, Mount Verde, I may pop up and check the young fella out. But I've definitely seen him play on video, online, excuse me. How old did I sound? I definitely have seen him play online, different places, and he's legit, man. He has everything, and he's going to only get better, which is crazy. So shout out to the young fella. Shout out to my Tar Heels, regardless. You know, you go to Duke, whatever. But he's going to be good. He's going to be good.
Kick your feet up, you can find us on all platforms. In that form, so be the hottest on them platforms. Your family now, got you listen to what we talking about. The VC show, let's go, it's time to turn it out. The VC show, let's
and now
go,
we're talking a little basketball.
go.
It's time to get into our pure Vinsanity moment of the week. So usually we come up with a clip. I've actually looked at it before, so I know what we're talking about. I have not seen this yet. So this is raw reaction. Let's see what we got here. So, all right, got a little bit. Oh my God! Wait, what? Wait a minute. What did I just see? Wait, is that a whale? That's a whale. Wait a minute, bro. That is crazy. See, and shout out to the people that, oh my gosh, that's like a little fin. No, that's like a little, that's just like a little chicken wing. Like, shout out to the people that like that surf and hang out on the water. Like, and what I mean is you're either surfing or you're not jet skiing. Well, even jet skiing, bro. It's like you gotta know where you're going, cause like man, oh, that would kill me softly. I would panic more so getting knocked in the water and not knowing where, what. Like, I mean, this thing is going to be twice. A whale is twice the size of us, man. Like one little swipe through the water and it's no telling what's going to happen to us, man. Oh, that's our pure Vinsanity moment. Whale, man, that's a new meaning of whale watching, you heard? And now our next segment is the upper room, baby. And this goes to Amin and Ausar Thompson. Brothers, athletic, going to get it, floating. Y'all say, oh, that's a simple dunk. Yeah, it is. But these boys have been dunking. I've been watching them since they've gotten the league, has been taking flight. And I wanted to show love to the brothers, not only drafted in the lottery, but getting it done. That was Amin in Houston. And now Ausar, you see right here, out in transition, when you're a guard, Cade Cunningham sees it. You see him flying down the left side. He knows what he has over there. Throws him the lob, and he goes to get it. And then the next play, you see here. Nope. Good defense. Get a stop, get a steal. So here, as a dunker, if I give you the ball and I throw it back to you, that means I want you to throw me the lob. Point guard understood the assignment. Here it is again. If I get the steal, I have a chance to go for a layup, but I'm throwing you the ball. That's telling you everything you need to know. Guard understands the assignment. Ausar goes up there, flotation device, dunk. These brothers are getting it done. And not only were they dunking, like I said, they dunked on one of the dunks, I think, Ausar dunked on Shaedon Sharpe. Over. I'm not going to say on. Dunked over. Another guy who's already been in the upper room. Maybe we'll see those three guys in the dunk contest. I don't know. I know Shaedon Sharpe backed out last year. I was a little disappointed because I thought he had ability to go win it. So, shout out to those guys. Welcome to the upper room, baby. Our next segment is our shout out moment of the week. This week, we're going to shout out Manuka Honey. Manuka Honey. For those of you, it's cold and flu season. It's starting to get cold out there, getting sick, flying on airplanes. Amazon. Manuka Honey. Grab you some of these. It's just a little packet. Real easy. Take it. Squeeze it in half. Yeah. This keeps you, man. When I was playing for the Hawks, we would get one of these on the plane, and it was just to keep us from getting sick. All of the bacteria, people sick, all of the germs floating on the plane. We would take one every flight. I take it, and my kids every morning they'll take one of these things just to keep you sick. I mean, keep you from getting sick, man. Keep you healthy. Shout out to Manuka honey. Um, they've been great for us. Something I've tried. I've put some other people on who's been feeling sick, trying to keep from being sick. This is one of the many ways you can avoid being sick. Made out of New Zealand. Go try it out, man. Tell me what you think. And my other shout out goes to doing two. This is going out to my guy Roger Steele. And if you guys think back, excuse me, to the Tahoe tournament this past summer, he posted a video. If not, I don't. You probably can't find. I'm sure you can find it somewhere. You guys are very savvy with that. But shout out to Roger Steele, who's been doing great things. A golf influencer, in just really flooding the social media with this great content. Met him in like I said, in Tahoe. And a quick funny story where those of you who know the tournament and familiar with it, we're playing in the Pro-Am on a Thursday. Fans are there. We get to hole 17, which is the quote-unquote party hole, the par 3 off the water at Tahoe. And they have the basketball goal there. And we're just, getting ready to hit. Fans are, throwing the basketball to shoot it and encouraging them, everybody to shoot it. So he says, "Oh, I'm going to shoot it from off the tee box to the goal." And I was like, "Okay." Mind you, the tee box is elevated, and the goal looks closer than it really is. And I said, "Hey, Raj, that's farther than you think. You're going to shoot an air ball. You're not going to even hit the rim." Whatever, being a tough guy, whatever, how, we as men, sometimes we get challenged. We take the challenge. He took the challenge, like, whatever. So I was about to hit. I stopped, look. He shoots it, air ball. He's like, "Man, wait a minute. Wait a minute. You know how we do. Let me try it again." He goes to shoot it again. Air ball. He's 2 for 2. Mind you, his lady is filming all of this. She does great work. She does a lot of his, when you go look at some of his content, check out his social page. I think it's Roger_Steele or Roger Steele. You could find it, but a lot of the content, she does a great job behind the scenes, and she's filming it. So he shoots 2 air balls. He goes to shoot a third air ball, shoots it, boom. This one he misses so bad. The ball is now about to go into the lake. Yeah, Raj, I'm telling the story because they can go look at the video because you posted it, sir. You posted it. So funny content. He shoots it. The ball is about to. He shoots such a bad air ball. It's about to roll into the lake. So he runs down there and gets it. I hit. Everybody having a good laugh. I hit the left side of the green. I'm on the green. Now we're going back and forth. He's about to hit, and I take the basketball and I go and shoot it, but I didn't look. I just was shooting it, just fooling around with him. But it went in, and his lady's still filming, and she has a good laugh. Everybody has a good laugh. He's on the tee box. He's embarrassed, and so he posts this video, and it's pretty cool content. So months later, we run into each other in Atlanta. So this was like a couple of weeks ago, and the first time really seeing him since then. And when he posted it, he asked his followers, "Should we fight?" Because this all took place in front of his lady who was filming it. It was a good ha moment. And shout out to Roger Steele for doing some great stuff, man. So you guys go show him some love. You guys go show Manuka honey some love. Give it a shot. Try it out. Disclaimer. There again, I have no ties to Manuka. This is just something I use that I enjoy. I want you guys to try. The first time you guys might taste the Manuka, it may taste a little weird to you. It takes some getting used to, but I recommend Manuka. This is what the box looks. They have it in an orange box, and they have it in a black box. Okay? So, yeah, Amazon, get it. Try it. And that will be our shout-out moment of the week. All right, and lastly, but not least, this segment, who did I run into? Well, guys, I had a very, very interesting opportunity and trip I've actually had an interesting week. I've run into a few people this week. Ran into Greg Anthony on the golf course. My old coach Sam Mitchell on the golf course. But my most interesting of the week, who I ran into, is I got an opportunity to take a trip to Granite Falls, North Carolina. I was invited and asked to come out to participate in a kind of a birthday party festivities for a young lady turning 15. And her dad did a great job of inviting us. And not only did he invite me, he invited Muggsy Bogues, Sean May for you Carolina fans, for you Duke fans, Chris Carrawell. He invited 4 Duke players. I'm not naming the Duke players because they're Duke players. And he invited the entire North Carolina Tar Heels basketball team. So you name it, from RJ Davis to Baycock, the whole nine. All of the guys were there in attendance. And he also had Nelly perform. So it was just a cool experience, and the theme was a jersey theme, meaning wearing some type of jersey, whether it's football, basketball, whatever. So I participated in the theme, and I rocked the Dr. J New Jersey Nets jersey, and because he was one of my heroes and somebody I looked up to and was a big fan of. So. Shout out to all the guys. It was cool to kind of see the team, sit and talk with them. Took pictures with them and some of the kids, the birthday girl, her friends, family. Obviously, we got to have Nelly perform and do his thing for the kids. Great set out. Shout out to Granite Falls and the people who were all out there, to the young kids who took pictures. Man, post those pictures, man. Tag us all, man, so we can show you guys, show everybody, man. It was a good time. Everybody came out with different jerseys. Some kids had my jersey. A couple of Carolina guys rocking my jersey. It was pretty darn cool. So it's a great moment. So that's who I ran into this week. Pretty good moment. So, man, I know you guys kicking your feet up. Hope you guys enjoyed this week's segment. Stay tuned for next week's segment. We're going to have, obviously, some good stuff to talk about. As usual, leave your comments about what we talked about today, from the Harden trade to who should start. What's your thoughts on Cooper Flagg? Who's been playing great basketball? The pure Vinsanity moment, the upper room, all of that. Which stars you think who's next to be traded? Man, leave your comments down there, man. We enjoy it, man. I'm going to kick my feet up. Enjoy my day. Hope you guys enjoyed the day. The VC show. We out of here. Let's go.
It's time to turn it out. The VC show. Let's go. Let's go. The VC show. Let's go. Let's go. The VC show. Let's go.